At Timberlane Regional School District, we're proud of the work we've done during our budgeting process. And we want to continue our commitment to sharing the details of our annual budget to enable our communities to engage before we seek their approval of our budget's warrant article. In this video, we'll share how, for the first time in more than a decade, Timberlane Regional School District will present a budget decrease to our communities for voters' approval, the key reductions we've made to our budget to make this overall decrease possible, the contractual commitments we've made driving significant portions of our budget, and the numbers, including tax impact of the budget that will appear on our warrant article this year. Timberlane's FY26 budget, for the first time in more than a decade, represents a decrease in year-over-year funding for our district. Last summer, the school board directed our superintendent to reduce the annual budget. Since then, our educators, staff, and administrators embarked on a budget development process that confronted a continued rise in the cost of goods and services, sustained 7 competitive collective bargaining agreements, and maintained all current student programming. At the end of the process, our district administration presented an $88.5 million budget, $3 million lower than our current FY25 voted budget. This chart shows the annual year-over-year percentage increases in Timberlane's voted budget since FY15, growing by as little as 0.2% in FY19 to a 16% increase in FY24. At the end of the chart, you can see our proposed budget for FY26, representing a 3.3% reduction, the only budget reduction in this time period. Working with the Budget Committee, here's how Timberlane's administration developed a budget that resulted in a reduction in spending of $3 million. A key source of budget reductions comes in the elimination of 17.5 full-time equivalent positions. This is not just a cost savings in salary, but also in projected FICA and New Hampshire retirement contributions. By right-sizing our staff to our students' needs, making sure the right educators are in the right positions at the right schools, these savings in salaries and benefits amount to $727,000. Another source of budget reductions comes from keeping more of our students in our district to deliver the specialized student services they may need. Out-of-district tuition is a major driver of cost increases for all school districts, and our FY26 budget realizes more than $836,000 in savings by serving our students in their home district. We've also made adjustments to our food service, $316,000, our repair and maintenance, $158,000, saved money on utilities because of our building improvements and energy efficiency, $105,000, and slowed the acquisition of equipment, technology, media, and supplies, $285,000. Add to that smaller reductions and adjustments in spending, and the Budget Committee approved an operating budget that realized $3 million in savings over last year's budget. Timberlane's FY26 budget realized more than a 3% decrease in the overall budget despite significant increases in specific areas of the budget. In nearly each case, these increases are contractual. Collective bargaining agreements, vendor agreements, transportation, and out-of-district tuition. The most significant is in teacher salaries, an increase of more than $1.2 million. This increase reflects the collective bargaining agreement Timberlane reached and our voters approved in a warrant article in 2024. The increase helps us attract and retain the most qualified teachers, while the agreement overall provides more predictable budgetary footing for our district, which has helped drive other cost savings we've seen, particularly around medical insurance. Other contracted services with vendors also show the effect of rising cost pressures on schools, $165,000 in FY26, an 8% increase. Transportation costs continue to be a budget increase driver for school districts, and our FY26 budget includes $356,000, or close to a 20% increase in costs. The amount our district pays in out-of-district tuition for students to pursue vocational or education opportunities in other districts also increased by 6%. Amounting to $123,000. This reflects a growing student enrollment in these programs, rising from 8% of eligible students in 2016 to 28% of eligible students in 2024. Here are the key numbers of Timberlane's FY26 budget that will go before voters in a warrant article. Our proposed budget is $88,568,076. This is a proposed decrease of 3.3%, $3 million less than FY25. And $1.2 million below the default budget set by New Hampshire law. Our administration conducted a months-long review and development of these budget reductions, sustained our 7 collective bargaining agreements with an eye on the future, all while maintaining all of our current student programming and targeting personnel resources to student services and special education staffing. In total, we believe this effort does not only amount to a reduced budget number, but also reflects the educational commitments we've made to our students, our staff, our taxpayers, and our shared community. Please join us at deliberative session on Thursday, February 6th at 7 p.m. at the Timberlane Regional Performing Arts Center. The snow date is Friday, February 7th.